Now that we've set up our perfSONAR server and we've configured some of the administrative options and we've enabled some of the services, we have one other administrative task that needs to be performed, and that's configuring the NTP service. NTP stands for the Network Time Protocol, and it allows us to synchronize our server against public NTP servers that exist out in the world so that we have an accurate representation of time. We need to do this for a couple of reasons. We want to have an accurate representation of time for the measurement tools because they need to have a common understanding of when they're going to start or stop a test. We also need this for the accuracy of the measurements that they deliver. We need to be able to compare streams of packets to make sure that the latency is being accurately represented. We need to be able to understand how throughput changes over different intervals of time. So because of this, we need to have an interface into the NTP subsystem so that we can change the servers that we're going to be synchronizing against to make sure that we're using close servers and using accurate servers. We can get into the NTP interface by visiting the Toolkit HTTP webpage, and it's available here under the Toolkit administration window on the left-hand side. We're going to click on this NTP button. It's going to ask you to authenticate if you haven't already done so, because this is a feature that's only available to administrators. When this page loads up, you'll see that we have a couple of options available. We can visit the Manually Select Servers button right here, and this will give a full listing of many servers that are located around the world. For instance, we have servers that are located in Asia, the United States, Europe. Some are located on research networks, some are located on government networks, some are available via the public internet. Using this screen, we have the ability to go through and select servers that are close to us if we happen to know about them. It's recommended that you select between 4 and 6 NTP servers, and the NTP daemon will be intelligent enough to figure out which ones are the most accurate, and will synchronize against those. If you don't want to manually select servers, there's also a tool called Select Closest Servers. If you press this button, there will be a process that runs in the background that tries to select the closest servers for you based on their latency and if they're going to be responding to a ping query. Lastly, if we know that we have an NTP server on our campus or our institution and it's not in this list, we can manually add it. So for example, we can add in a server that may be on our campus and we can label it. And in doing so, we'll see a little message that this server has been added to our list. It'll appear here in an alphabetical order, and then we'll see that we are selecting to use it. If we don't want to use certain servers, we can uncheck them. And when we're done, we always want to click Save. So what will happen is this configuration will be saved on the back end, and services will be restarted. We can now leave this page safely. Now, once this is done, the NTP server will end up restarting itself on the back end. If we visit the terminal for this host and we use the NTP query tool, we can query the status of this NTP server, and we'll notice that at this point the server has not been synchronized because we've just changed all of our servers and we're using a couple of ones right here. Full NTP synchronization takes a full day. And once it's synchronized, it'll stay that way, updating itself periodically to make sure that it's using the most accurate time.